Ladies and gentlemen, how are you doing this evening? I am your planetary defense commander, Star-Lord New Thor 7. Tonight, we're talking about hurricanes again. And that there are soldiers who watch my channel. There are policemen and first responders who watch my channel. There are grandmothers and a whole lot of people who watch my channel. And they trust me to give them solid information for important events. So when the clock is ticking and you only have a finite amount of time to display the proper amount of good information, I take it very seriously. And technically, I've been talking about this hurricane season all year. I've been talking about the September and October hurricanes since April. And I've been covering this stuff for 7 years at THORnews. And so when I say I think Hurricane Dorian could definitely become a Category 5 hurricane, I mean it. First of all, let's look at its shape. It is huge. Monstrous. B, models have been sort of hinting at it on the intensity guide and on earlier GFS runs. And the good news is it didn't really intensify until after it passed Puerto Rico and St. Lucia. But it's already displaying that like warrior feather, intergalactic alien shrimp shape. So it's not only going to be a hurricane, but it's going to be like a hurricane with a giant tail, possibly fists, with 4 or 5 days to go before landfall. It is officially lit. The thunder in the storm tonight over Houston whispered that, yeah, it was about to get bad. We've got crazy radar anomalies, and the rule at Asteroid Fight Club is take the weird weather watch up a notch. Anytime you get really weird radar anomalies. And so I'd already said Cat 4 was possible, so now under technical Asteroid Fight Club rules, we got to take it up a notch to possible Cat 5. We are under 100 hours and models are still all over the place. I think I could hear the silent cry of almost half the meteorologists out there who are paying attention when we all kind of felt inside, oh wow, that thing went into beast mode. We've got a closed off eye early on. The super potent storm that happened in Houston tonight was lightning filled, and reports are that it made buildings sway. And that was just that little storm. It's got that look. The pink really is so dangerous because the pink elevates wind speeds, which pushes the water and causes storm surge, and water is what kills the most people. And so the wind also causes waves. And even now, with a predicted major hurricane strength of Category 3, they're predicting possible 40 to 50 foot waves for the south of the peninsula. And so if we see it go to a Cat 4 or a Cat 5, you could have some pretty major water events. The waters are really, really, really warm. And we had a major volcanic eruption in Italy today. You've had major eruptions or activity in Popocatépetl volcano in Mexico pretty much every single day in 2019. And so I would guess that the water, especially underneath as well, is warmer than average. And so I am saying people need to be prepared, especially over the next 24 hours, to look at the possibility of this being a Category 5 asterisk WTF hurricane that is going to pass over Florida in about 5 days. And that we can't look at it like any storm that's ever come before in the last 200 years that we know of. And I'm not trying to scare anybody, but I'm trying to say that 48 hours from now or 70 hours from now, if it keeps getting increased in intensity of impacts, then people need to make a choice. Do we want to be here? Do we want to go somewhere where we wouldn't be under the same kind of conditions? You're talking major storm surge possible, even with Cat 3. You're talking major rainfall up to 30 inches. You're talking power outages. You know, I live in Houston. Like, if you don't want to be in what could be a major storm, a record-breaking storm, 50-foot waves are possible. I would say anywhere from 130 to plus mile winds are possible. And strange retrograding things that will happen within a week of the Neptune opposition that I've been talking about since April. I'm putting this has major severe weather event, hurricane like city. We're talking a lot of people in the way. And so now would be a great time, just like after a shooting happens and everyone focuses on a shooting, or let's say the Super Bowl. Like, we are now in the Hurricane Super Bowl together. And so I'm just saying, this could be a historically bad storm on a lot of levels. And so it would be best if all Americans were like, hey, we are all in this together. Let us pay attention and see what happens. And then even if this isn't a Category 5 super bad storm, we're probably going to have 1 or 2, maybe even 3 more hurricanes in the next 8 weeks. So then this is just the undercard, because we have a hurricane in October coming that will possibly affect Florida. No, will affect Florida and Crystal River. So I love Floridans, even Florida man. Like, we are all in this together as earthlings, man, as all North Americans, South Americans. So now is the time to level up and work together, because this could be bad, and there are going to be women and children and kids and animals. So yeah, Cat 5, man, this thing is, the projections are going up, and I have pretty much always recommended at THORnews, check multiple sources, do your own due diligence. You're responsible for you, your family, your friends. Help out everybody you can help. Those people like me who somehow work all the time and do great, do wonderful things, that don't have money at times, that can't get out. Homeless people, like, if this is going to be a major event, work together to save lives and get through it comfortably. But what I was saying was, like, check it against multiple sources, you know, your local watches, your public watches, your favorite meteorologist. I always recommend crankywxguy, because he's the best. And sometimes we disagree a lot. And then dadabuh, the Florida Wave Master, and he will be in it. And he has videos out as well. I'll have them linked for you. But check out and just pay attention. There are a lot of people on the weather Twitter team. Because I think yesterday, you know, Cranky was like, yeah, I ain't worried about Dorian. And I'll give Diamond of Oppenheimer Ranch credit for saying, like, 2 days ago, he was like, yeah, I ain't worried about it. And then today or yesterday, he made a video about, okay, it's a hurricane. So yeah, it's a lot of people have changed their tune fast of like, okay, yeah, this is a real serious situation. And I've had a bad feeling about it from the get-go. It has looked like a creepy little nasty intergalactic extraterrestrial baby that might be mad at us since the get-go, and then it's just grown. So now is the time to pay attention. Now is the time to work together. I mean, that HWRF looks bad, and technically it could be worse. We're not trying to scare anybody, but as I've been saying that, and why I've been talking about this hurricane season, and gas giants at the same time all year long, technically the last few years, it's because now, like, these storms are going to be different than what we're used to, or they will have potential to. But we do have 4 or 5 days to decide and to work together, and that the models have been showing us crazy shit. We have Neptune at opposition that has been retrograding. So a lot of times the low pressure systems, which kind of look like planets, retrograde as well. And so some of the models are showing it actually like a super worst case scenario of it crossing over Florida, coming back out, snaking back up. Like it could get that weird. It may not. Check out Cranky Weather Guy's blog. He's pretty super tapped into the matrix now, as am I. And sometimes these things are so, they have a beauty to them, so you just kind of fall in love with them and you can't look away. Technically, if I had a girlfriend, she could lay on my back and we could both stare at it together. See, I'm saying dumb shit like that. So now it's probably time for me to try and wrap this one up. Dadabuh, the Florida Wave Master, and me, Cranky, and Dadabuh have a weird sense of humor at the strangest times. But seriously, 2019 is like really this crazy, and not many people have a sense of humor. And me and Dave Chappelle are single-handedly trying to bring it back. And I guess David Letterman too, and possibly Seinfeld and a few other people. Dadabuh actually even made a video. I've not checked it out yet, but like I said, he's a surfer and he lives in Florida, and he's consistently done a good job for the last 3 years since the Matthew 7 hurricanes in a row run. But the whole weather Twitter team is really good when chips are down. So on Twitter, hashtag WX Twitter, or hashtag AstroFi Club. Yeah, man. And so I've been keeping you updated. I'll do my best to continue to keep you updated. I have his video linked in the thing, in my information box. And there are a lot of people out there. Oh, you can check out my feed if you want to. I am at New Thor on Twitter. Although my Twitter account is a place I like to go crazy. And I am your planetary defense commander. This is my full-time job every day, all day. But civilization is still standing, though I need a raise. How I make my money is you guys send me gifts, prayers, wishes, or contributions to T. Lewison, 5430 Birdwood Road, number 416, Houston, Texas, 77096. And I got a PayPal link and other links, a Patreon. I want to say super special thanks to Nina B. in my monthly fundraiser, which is like a reality game show. I now need $745 to meet goal number 1 by the 3rd. Yeah, because like, if other people paid me, like then I would have to be beholden to someone else. And doing it this way, then you just always get my straight up opinion with honesty and heart all the time. Yeah, it's crazy. It's been a crazy 7 years since I've been doing this. But I'll try to do my best, and so I'll hang in there. But I would definitely start to prepare for the worst and see what we can do to work together to tackle problems as a team and prepare for these problems like we have not faced anything like this before. And if not this hurricane, then probably the one in 2 weeks or the one in 2 weeks after that. And if we make it through this whole run and nothing got super wild and crazy, then I guess you guys can get upset. Okay, great. I love y'all. Thank y'all for hanging in there with me. And stay cool. I'll do my best to stay cool. But I'll be this America for the next 10 days. No more fighting. Everybody try and be funny. Let us focus on this together. Because the global economy is so teeter-tottery that like having a major city wiped out could push it over the edge. Especially if we didn't handle it properly. And remember, like 3-4 months ago, typhoon / cyclone / hurricane wiped out an entire city, like 50,000 homes, 25,000 in Africa, Trinidad, I believe. So that is possible. And I even talked about like this shit could happen in Miami this year. And I believe I've mentioned Miami. So, like, you have major population zones that, if they end up with a Category 5 asterisk worst case scenario, we need to be ready, like X-Men or Avengers, or if we were all first or second responders. All right, I do my best. I try every day. What more can you ask? I ask the same from you. God bless everyone. Stay cool. May the force be with you always, and let us live long and prosper together. Okay. Ready? Cool. Hit the button, baby. Wave after wave after wave. So, hey, we got this.